What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Celtics Daily Channel. Happy Friday. You made it through the week. Excited to talk a little bit about what's going on with the Beantown Boys off season. We got a fun one today. We had the schedule release. That's pretty exciting. We got some unrestricted free agents coming off the books. We also got another Kawhi update, which I have a fun take about. But before we get into it, do me a favor, like, subscribe, hype, do all the things, baby. Do all of the things. Let's go though. We get the schedule release. Some fun stuff. I was actually kind of surprised. We're not seeing Jaylen Brown versus Jason Tatum until what is it? November 10th. I believe it's a Tuesday night. Tuesday night, November 10th. The Celtics will be traveling to Philly. And that's the first time they're going to square off. And I believe they don't come until, I don't think they come to, or Jaylen Brown comes to Boston. I said come too many times, until January. I think that's right. Let me just double check this schedule. I believe it is January 21st, and it's on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. I imagine those tickets are going to be spicy and expensive. I saw something that I believe tickets go on sale today if you're trying to get some. But those are the two games that stick out. Obviously, the first game against the Lakers here, we got January 7th. That's when we'll be taking them on. And then Christmas Day, Miami between those two teams. That'll be fun. What was really tough here, man, to get just slapped in the face right out the gate is the schedule here in November. Because in November, I got to blow this up so I can see it a little bit better. Ready? They start the month, right? November 1st. They're at Orlando, then at Houston with a back-to-back. So they start the month on a back-to-back. Then they have election day off because the league's not playing. Then on Wednesday, they've got the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Friday, they've got the Charlotte Hornets. So that is 4 games. 4 games in 6 days. 4 games in 6 days. Technically, they have 2 days off there, right? But then the following week, they get the Bucks again, then another back-to-back with the 76ers and Toronto. They've got another back-to-back the following week with Dallas and Orlando, and then another back-to-back to end the month against the Spurs and the Mavericks. So what's that? That's 4, 7, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16 games in the 30-day month of November. Just an absolute brutal schedule there. And then they also have a 5 game West Coast to start the year is another kicker starting in January. That was according to Adam Taylor, who pointed that out. It's just that's a terrible way to go. I mean, I know every team is going to have something like that early on, but it's just tough. I mean, and of those games that I just said, 12 of those are road games in November. So they have 16 games and only 4 are going to be in Boston. I don't know. I mean, glass half full. Like, again, every team's going to get something like that. Maybe it's nicer to get that out of the way while the legs are fresher. And then you get to the second half of the season, it's a little bit easier. But just like really, really brutal stuff here. They also, I believe, have like the third. I want to say Noah Dalzell pointed this out, but maybe like the most the Celtics have 15 back-to-backs next season. Only the Nets and the Pelicans have more. Which, like, I mean, I guess on the one side, it's like the Celtics have historically, under Missoula ball, played really good on back-to-backs, and every time it feels like they're going to drop a game, they're able to fight through it. But just, again, not the best way to get going there with 15 back-to-backs. I mean, it's just absolutely brutal. And I like whatever. There's nothing you can do about it, but it's just you would like to think it wouldn't be that bad. Let's look at the second half of the season though. If we go to March, it does lighten up a little bit. They only have 2 back-to-backs in that month, Memphis and OKC early in the month, and then late in the month, it's Brooklyn and the Spurs. Then they have 1 back-to-back in April, which will be Cleveland and Miami right as the season winds down. But, man, nothing easy in the Eastern Conference this year, and just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to expect. You think you're going to see the schedule, and it's gonna look, you're going to be like, oh, not too bad, not too bad. I saw Sam Packard say, what did he call it, 55-27 after looking at the schedule, which I thought was great. Love a take like that. But again, you're just looking at the schedule, and it's like every game looks brutal, right? They start the season, it's Detroit, New York. Okay, those are really tough ones. But then it's Chicago twice and Brooklyn the following week. Okay, but that November we talked about, right? So like Orlando and Houston, both really tough games. Milwaukee's not, I mean, Milwaukee should be easy. Then Charlotte's a tough game. You get Milwaukee again. Then it's Philadelphia and Toronto. They get Orlando and Denver, and then Golden State, and then Atlanta, and then the Spurs. So it's just like, again, with this beefed up Eastern Conference, Nothing is easy this year. Um, and so that's why I have such a hard time being like, oh, they're going to win 55 games. I just don't know if anybody's going to win 55 games. It feels like everybody is going to win 48 games in this conference. Again, there's like 11 teams. We've done this so many times, so I don't want to repeat myself. But I feel like there's like 11 teams in the Eastern Conference that all probably feel like they're a top four team. Starting at the bottom, right? Charlotte, one of the best teams in the league last year, the second half of the season, and they're like 11th. You have Miami, who added Giannis, and I'm already like counting them out. You have Atlanta, who added all these defensive guys to the team. You have Orlando, who got a new coach and are healthy again. You have Toronto, who possibly added Kawhi Leonard, which we'll talk about in a moment. You have the Philadelphia 76ers, who added LeBron and Jaylen Brown. I mean, like, you have the Pacers who get Halliburton back. You have the Knicks, the defending champs, the Cavs. I like everybody. And the Pistons. It is a brutal, brutal Eastern Conference. Uh, and I still think the Celtics are going to be like a top two, top three team in the East. I just don't know what kind of title aspirations they have. Let's do what we said aspirations, so let's pivot. We're going to put Kawhi Leonard on the thumbnail today, and here's why. Because we are now 2 for 2, 2 consecutive days. We've put somebody on the thumbnail, and then they've come off the board, right? 2 days ago, we put Russell Westbrook off there. Also, and Russell Westbrook retired, right? So he's on the thumbnail, and then he retired. I want to read something to you guys, too. This is, sorry, off the top, I forgot. Kevin Durant posted like one of the nicest things, and like and KD and Russ have history, both like positive and negative. Obviously, they played together in OKC, and then there was all the drama after they left. This is a great like tribute to Russ, though. KD said, "I remember asking assistant coaches Mo Cheeks what's harder to do, work out after practice or before. I only asked because by the time I would get to the gym, Russ was already done in the morning, and I usually got mine in after practice." Mo said coming in before practice is probably harder. Since then, it's been my routine. A lot of people looked at the emotions on the court and thought Russ was loud. Nah, to me, he was quiet and methodical. He led by example, and once the lights were bright, he let everything out and experienced pure freedom. It was inspiring. As his teammate, and everywhere I went, I seen it inspire people from all walks of life. Crazy thing is, he didn't say much. He just showed up. For 18 years, the basketball life is sacred to us as professionals. What we put into the court means everything. Some of us wish we could go back and do things with a little more intent, and some can just wipe their hands and be satisfied with the time spent. Who are you going to be? We know what number 0 was on. Keep inspiring the next phase of the life champ. I don't care what happens. Can't erase what it was. The first youngins, finals run in our early 20s, all-star games, seen each other get injured and bounce back, bus rides, plane rides, card games, jokes, and arguments. The whole thing memorable. To the whole Westbrook family, Nina, the kids, Mama Westbrook, Big Russ, Ray Donald, everybody from Lou Zinger High and UCLA, many more that I'm forgetting. Much love. Congrats on the iconic career. I just love that, man. And, like, listen, it was fun. It was fun shining a light on the drama, when KD goes to the Warriors. I'm sure you've seen that clip too recently since he's retired of them like jawing back and forth at each other in their first match or one of their first matchups after KD left. But I don't know. That it just both Russ retiring and that kind of comment makes me feel old, but it's also sweet. Anyways, so we put Russ on the thumbnail. He retires. We put Bradley Beal on the thumbnail. Bradley Beal he's staying with the Clippers, $6.5 million. I think is it just a 1-year deal? So I know all of you Bradley Beal truthers are disappointed right now. A 2-year, $13.2 million deal to return to the Clippers. The second year is a player option. So I don't know, man. I'm just glad he's not coming to Boston. I'm glad. I did not want that to happen. I was out on it. I'm glad it's taken care of. Clippers can keep him. Speaking of the Clippers, Pablo Torre had an update here on Kawhi, which again is just showing more of a tangled web of how Steve Ballmer went out there and made sure Boardman got paid. Listen, 2 takes on this, okay? The first one being, we need this to get figured out just because I want to know if Kawhi Leonard's in the Eastern Conference or not, because I think Toronto becomes way less scary if Kawhi is not on this team. And then if the NBA does come in and like really hammer them and like void his contract, then all of a sudden he becomes just a free agent. And I'm assuming Toronto would still go get him. But then I wonder, like, how much money, like, what is the market for Kawhi? Do all of the league, like, all of the owners around the league, do they sit there and they say, like, maybe we don't spend a ton of money? Like, what's that phrase? Are they all in cahoots? So they try to keep the price of them down? Does he do a LeBron sweetheart deal? I mean, everything we've seen from Kawhi, that's not what he does. But all of a sudden, that makes things just like very, very different. I don't think that's the likely outcome. All of the reporting around it seems like the trade is still going to happen and Ballmer's just going to get slapped on the wrist and take the brunt of it. But here's the thing. If he does get slapped on the wrist, if that's all it is, he pays some sort of fine or whatever, with all of these, like now there's like two and a half deals basically that Kawhi has done off the books allegedly by that was orchestrated by Steve Ballmer and the Clippers to get this guy some more money. If that's what's happening, Bill Chisholm, man, listen, I know the move here the last couple of years was to make sure that we cut costs and save some money. No, no more. Okay. If that's what happens, I need you to use your big dog billionaire pockets and I need you to start paying some dudes under the table. All right. I want Jokic to have a horse stable in Western Massachusetts that's called like I don't know what you want to call it, but I want it to be something that is another way, or he can. What are the do we still have horse tracks in Massachusetts? Can he be like part owner of some northeastern horses? I open up a college under his name. I don't care. I don't. Whatever you need to do. All right. Whatever you need to do. However illegally you can pay some people, go out there and pay some people. Because if Adam Silver's backbone is gonna be like that, why not do it? Why not do it? That's how you're gonna separate yourself. If that's what it is. If it's a slap on the wrist and a little bit of a fine, we'll put out a GoFundMe, bro. We'll put out a GoFundMe to pay the fine. Actually, we won't. You're a billionaire. This is what happens when you buy a basketball team. We expect you to spend some of the money, Bill. So if this comes down, and because now it sounds like it's going to get wrapped up here in the next couple of weeks. If it happens, I'm begging you. And if it's just like Steve, your $275 billion whatever, however much money Ballmer has, if they're just like you owe $10 million, whatever. I need Bill to get big balls, and I need you to get. I don't know why we said big balls, but we need you out there spending some money, Bill. All right, because if as a Patriots, a New England sports tradition, if you're as LaDainian Tomlinson once said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, or whatever the quote was. Shout out LaDainian Tomlinson. I think that's it. I think that's it for the newsy news related stuff. Brutal schedule for the Celtics. I'm excited that the schedule came out though. We're getting closer, right? So what are we like 2 months away? 2 months away. I'm ready. NFL season's right around the corner. Also, I mean, I don't know why I just thought of this. I'm going to Ireland in 2 weeks. Very excited about that. I'm still going to have some content for you while I'm out there. But I think my brain was like, we're 2 months away. But for 2 of those weeks, I'm going to be in Ireland. So I'm going to, terrible, terrible accent. Is that cancelable? Can I get canceled for that? So then you just cut 2 weeks off right away. That's 6 weeks. Couple of those weeks, I'll be excited about the NFL. We're so back. We're so back. We've made it through the dog days. Shout out Florence and the Machine. Right? Cannot we get demonetized for that? Copyright infringement? All right. Let's get into some of your comments here. We're all over the place, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little hopped up on some cold meds this morning. I sound like I've been swallowing cigarettes. And yeah, I don't know. Let's get into some of your comments. Thanks for being here. I hope we're having fun. Are we having fun today? Like, subscribe, do all the things. Let's go. What do we got? What do you got for me, big boys? Okay, for Bashman says you're so on point involving the sale of the Lakers. Thank you for Bashman. Yeah, so it sounds like there was a lot. Like after we posted that video, not that what we did snowballed that shit. But after the video came out, I saw a lot of reporting. It does sound like that Mark Walters stuff is starting to get sticky, icky. As I learn more about it, I'll happily share it and push you guys to different sources. I'm sure we're gonna get like a really good podcast soon, probably from Pablo. But if I see any articles, I'll send that to you guys because. Yeah, I think that's gonna get nasty business. Okay, Ron K. Daniels said this dude is funny. Thank you, Ron. And then Joseph Turner says it appears that owners are more interested in real estate projects combined with stadium property. Like McDonald's is really a real estate company rather than a burger joint. Yeah, man, it's bad. It's bad. It is bad. Again. If you should have to like sign in blood if you're going to be an owner. That you're gonna be like, I promise to be a fun owner. I'm not trying to make some cash here. Okay, what? Let's go. Yeah, but okay, he's talking about. This is Sharon McConnell said about Bradley Beal. He needs to play like he cares again. I know I can't say how anyone feels, but that's how it looks to me. Yeah, he's also just had like brutal injuries too, man. Um, but yeah, Bradley Beal, we don't have to worry about it anymore because he's gone. Paul G said the Boston Celtics should pick up Russell Westbrook. He's unbelievable, can still play after 18 seasons. I know, I am like a little bummed we don't have Russ anymore, man. I really liked watching him play. He's crazy. He's crazy. Which three players made you go, damn, okay, last year and put you on notice? This is from Neil. He said, mine are Brandon Miller, Jalen Johnson, and Keontae George. Listen, Brandon Miller for sure was one of them. Seeing Brandon Miller take some games over. I'm not going to list Keontae George. You want to know why? Because I've been a Keontae George truther from the beginning. This is a great question, though. Who are some people that like really surprised me? These are going to be like some under the radar guys. Day'Ron Sharp from Brooklyn. I know I've talked about him before. I feel like he just comes in and does stuff right away. Like is like really active, really involved. And I can't believe I've watched as many Brooklyn games as I have because they suck. But Day'Ron Sharp is somebody that like really stood out. Um, Dylan Brooks, which like listen, I already know about Dylan Brooks, but I thought the way Dylan Brooks played for the Phoenix Suns this year was like really impressive. Like he was averaging, I want to say like 20 plus points per game. Well, I wonder if that's the highest in his career actually. Let me see. So, um I know this is a tangent, and I'm normally not a Dylan Brooks guy. Yeah, he averaged 20 points last year, and 4 rebounds, shot 34% from three. His highest prior to that? Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, his highest career. Oh, I guess in 21-22 he averaged 18 a game. But still, this is really good season by Dylan Brooks. I'm trying to think if I could come up with another name off the top of my head here. I'll give Baylor Shireman some credit, man. I don't think I saw Baylor Shireman having this kind of bag. I thought he was kind of cooked. Um, all right, some people, and that was kind of it. Frank Gonzalez said I should stop spreading misinformation about the Celtics just to get likes and views. Listen, dude, do you guys am I what was the misinformation? What was the misinformation that we did? I would argue, Frank, that that comment is misinformation because I don't think I've shared misinformation. So I counter your misinformation with my misinformation. Or but you know what I'm saying. Shit. I messed that up. All right, guys, we're going to call it there. Thank you for hanging out. Like, subscribe, comment, get after it. Enjoy the weekend. It's my wife and I's anniversary, so I'm not going to do this weekend. So I'm not going to do any videos this weekend unless something crazy happens. She understands for the love of the game, you know? All right, we'll see you guys on Monday.